I just wanted to come say hello and let you know where we've been and what we've been up to. We have not put out any videos in I think 2 weeks, which feels weird. We have not been vlogging daily. We did record our anniversary weekend. And we recorded so much, just so much.
You can just pull it open, or come on then. Really easy.
There's hi Humphrey. There's over 2 hours of footage, and I don't want to make a bunch of videos because it doesn't make sense to make a bunch of videos because it's really just like this kind of cut and dry weekend. But John has been really busy. Some of you may know that what he does for a living is he teaches music lessons, and then the rest of his time is spent doing recording, mixing, mastering, producing, that kind of stuff. So he's been super busy. He's been working on this one project that you got to see when we went to New Orleans and recorded. He's been working on that project since November, and we're coming up to the deadline. So he's been busy, and he definitely is better, faster, and has an easier time having the vision for the vlog. Me sitting and talking to you about something that's going on in our lives, that feels normal or better to me than just like recording what I'm doing in a day. So now, another reason that I'm not vlogging. I am kind of in an interesting space. Bodhi's eating back there. We have been talking for a long time about selling our house and moving into an RV. We have lived in an RV before. We lived in it for about 2 years. 4 months out of the 2 years we actually spent traveling until we ran out of money. So then we came home. And when we came home, we didn't really know what we were gonna do. We didn't have regular jobs or anything. And so we ended up like living in the RV, staying at my mom's house, staying at a friend's house. And then it was like, okay, well, we really have to figure out what we're gonna do now. There's like, we can't just not do something. So we ended up finding a farm in our area, and we moved to the farm, lived in our RV, and we helped build a garden, which we were not super good at. And we also, we watched a 3 and 5, I guess he was 3 and 5 at the time, or maybe 3 and 4 at the time. But we did like a little homeschool, preschool kind of stuff, and it was cool and fun, but it wasn't something that really worked for us like long term. So we had renters in our house, this house. We decided that we were gonna leave the farm and move back into our house. So that actually worked out really well because our renters wanted to leave, I think, a month or so early. So that was fine. So, because we were able to move back in. Well, in that process of moving back in, we drove the RV to Mississippi where John's mom lives and picked up some of our stuff that we had in storage. And on the way home, on the way back to the farm, after we had unloaded the RV, thank goodness, back at our house, we were driving back up to the farm because we had committed for, like, we had still like another month or so commitment. In that process, we broke down. Our RV just went kaput, 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 which was kind of funny. So we ended up having it towed right back to Pensacola, right back to our house. We had a place to put it, no big deal. And we stayed at a friend's house that night, so that wasn't that far away. So everything worked out. Everything was fine. The RV did break down, but we were able to sell it. We didn't sell it for much, but we sold it because it was, I think we pretty much blew the engine. I won't tell you why. That might embarrass somebody. So, anyways, so we've been talking about doing it again. But this time it would be different because we had money then, and we will have to work this time. So that, I mean, we had to work a little bit because we had money and then we ran out, but we don't have that same situation this time, and that's cool. So part of the struggle in making the decision is it's not really a struggle, but all of the money that we make currently is from Pensacola. Like, John teaches lessons here. We you know, most of our work comes here, like whether he records or teaches a lesson, or I teach yoga class or whatever, or I teach a lesson, you know. So we're working, or we've been talking about, and we're strategizing on how we can switch our income from just Pensacola based to internet based. And that's part of the reason that we started YouTube. I mean, kind of, just to kind of inspire us and to get online money. Now, there's obviously no guarantee that we'll ever make any money from YouTube, and I understand that. We had some ideas for our business channel and some other ideas to make money on the road. But we haven't started yet. We haven't started doing any of those things. And until we do, it's difficult to really, for me, make the decision, yes, we're gonna sell our house and move into an RV. Needless to say, we are fixing our house up to sell it. We just finished the bathroom. We have several things left to do. Like either we're gonna have a nice house when we're done, or we're gonna sell it. I'd like to sell it. I'd like to sell it and move into an RV and travel. That's what I would like to do. But then it's like we come back to this decision about, like, do we want both? It's difficult for me currently. I'll get into it as soon as the battery's dying. So I'm gonna tell you about the issue in just a minute.
Remember folks, cancer kills. Use sunscreen.
I changed the battery. Oh. Okay. My struggle is that I kind of, like most people, want it all, right? I want to be able to have my house and have an RV and travel the world, really, at any time, like anytime, any place I want to. Anyways, so I make the decision, like, on one hand, I make the decision, move into the RV, we can do it. And it's fine, we totally can. We can sell our house, move into an RV, and stay in the area for now while we're making money here. And as we gradually start to, you know, get money from other places, then we can start to travel. That's great. And then, like, I'll be doing yoga in the middle of the living room, and I'm like, am I gonna make it? Like, will I make it in the RV? Even though I've lived in an RV before and it was fine. I didn't have a yoga practice then, so it was different. We didn't have 4 animals. We did travel with a dog and a chicken, so that was interesting. What I worry about knowing myself is that I'll go and then I'll get bored and I won't do the things that I need to do to sustain that lifestyle. And then I have to start all over again. And it's difficult, like being 35 years old, considering starting all over again. Like, we started over a number of times. When am I ever gonna settle into anything? Well, maybe I never will settle into anything. Is that okay? I'm just struggling right now, basically. So I've not been vlogging really because I, every day, am in perpetual decision making and I don't know what to do. And that comes from not knowing. I mean, I know what I want out of life, but at the same time, like, how do I want to go about doing it? I'm not completely sure. I know that I would enjoy the RV lifestyle because I've done it before and I enjoyed it. The idea of being in Pensacola and living in an RV, at least for a short amount of time, I mean, I could do it. Like, I can do it. Do I want to? I don't know. I'm not sure. I like it here. We have community here, we have friends here, but it's not anything that I feel like overly attached to that I will miss on a daily basis, because on a daily basis I do not participate with my friends or my community. So, and we have reasons to come back every year, and we'll come back for those things. So it's not, we'll always come back. I don't worry about that. Anyways, so that's what's been going on. You guys have any advice? You want to share any stories with me? I would love to hear them. That's it. That's all I've got. I put the light off, so that's why it's in my glasses. Thanks, guys. Seriously, I really appreciate you guys listening, and honestly, if you have any advice for me, I would totally take it. I mean, even just like decision making advice, not like what to do. Not necessarily what you think I should do, but maybe like what do you do to make a decision, to make a big decision? Anything like that. That would be so helpful to me. So thank you so much in advance for the advice. Look forward to hearing it. Bye guys.
I really love these dunes. Looks like snow.